Bored. Good afternoon, guys. How you all doing? I'm not really bored. I've only been up for an hour and a half already. I've turned on my other PC because I've decided I'm going to finally do the cover for my Scotland DVD. I keep seeing the disc case sat in front of the PC, just sort of like going, you've not finished me yet. That's its voice. Sounds a little like Munchkin over there. He's had his walk. Took him round the field. Oh, I've not pointed this out. Some of you might have spotted it. This on my wrist. It's eczema, and the reason for it is my smartwatch. It had a sticker on the back, and I noticed the other week it was starting to come off, and the glue that's supposed to hold it onto the watch was rubbing against my wrist, and it set off a reaction, and so I've got eczema there at the moment. It stopped itching. It's healing up actually. I keep putting cocoa butter on it when I remember, and so I've been wearing my watch on this wrist, which I don't like. I really don't. It just feels really bulky. I've never ever worn a watch on this wrist before, and like I say, it just feels really bulky and cumbersome. Yeah, I'll just have to get used to it. Reason I'm not already doing my disc cover is because I'm waiting for that PC to warm up. That's what I call it. It's that old now. It needs a bit of time to settle. At least half an hour to an hour. Honestly, I mean, it's not still loading up or anything. It's just, you know, all the programs are starting up, and it finds it difficult having all these programs start up, and so it has to basically catch up, and then eventually it does settle, and then I can start working on it. If I do it too early, it will freeze up. It has done that many times before. In fact, I better go to see if it hasn't already. It can do that just from starting up. Are you working? Yep, you're still working. Good. It does sound quiet, but I still don't trust it. In fact, while I'm here, because I'm bored, while I'm waiting to finish off my latest DVD, I thought I'd show you all the DVDs that I've made before. Well, not all of them, but just show you some of them, because I don't think I've ever done that. I mean, I've been making videos and films since before I went on YouTube. So I'm just trying to think what was the actual first ones. I'm assuming on this DVD called Enigma Warrior the Movies. Basically it's just me playing with the camera, playing with the editing suite, making little 10-second videos, and then they start getting bigger and bigger. I even did one called Tour of My House, and the problem with that is I put a copyrighted song on it, so I can't really put it on YouTube or anything. And then there were some daft ones that I made, like White Pants Man. I've talked about that before, where I got my brother to dress up as a superhero. On one I called The Magic Man. I actually did a second one which is not on DVD. So I need to make another one of these at some point. I actually started making another series called The Coppers, but I can't show them because, again, I use copyright music in the episodes. I only did 4. I've actually made the DVD and it's currently on my to watch shelf. Let me just fetch it. Right here, The Coppers, the complete series. There's only 4 episodes. We nearly did do a 5th. I mean, there is some music in here that is not copyrighted. I mean, the title music is something that I created. I used a game called Music 2000 on PlayStation. But I did use copyrighted music, so like I said, I can't show it. But the next series I started doing, and I've mentioned it many times before, but I've never actually properly shown, Bar Wars. And the first one, The Pharmacy Menace. As you can see, all the characters are toys. I spent years making these films. I did the first 6 over the course of a year. Whenever I were on holiday from work, I spent that week or 2 weeks just filming. around the house, outside. Yes, a grown man playing with toys, filming himself. It's also where a certain Fwed came from. But yeah, I made 6 of them, but by the time I'd done the 6, I was already having ideas for more episodes or more films, because they are quite long. I've not actually written down how long it's on for. I think this one's about 37 minutes. And yes, it is a parody of a certain other film series, and because of that I used the original music in these films, and that's why I can't show these on YouTube either, unfortunately. But yeah, I did them, and then I did another 6, so I've done altogether 12 episodes. That one's called Clash of the Publicans. I'm really proud of them. I mean, they're daft to watch, but I watch them adoringly. But during the time that I was making the Bar Wars films, I started going on holidays, and the first one I did was this one, Lanzarote 2007. It's on for, I've again not written down how long it's on for, I believe 2 hours, and apparently it was very, very popular with people. So much in fact that Jo, my best friend Jojo, she had a party and she decided to put it on for these people to watch. I wasn't there at the time, I'd already gone, and apparently somebody who I didn't even know wanted a copy because apparently it was that good. But it gave me a big ego, big head, because we went back to Lanzarote 2 months later, me, Jo and her dad. The second one, right, the first one we were there for 2 weeks. That's a 2-hour film. This time we were there for just 1 week. This is a 3-hour film. Yeah, I went a little over the top, but it taught me a lesson. Yeah, I've actually got a time length, 2 hours and 59 minutes. But it taught me a lesson to not overdo filming for my holiday films. I didn't have a choice on the next one, Tenerife 2008, because my camcorder was playing up. It kept pixelating and sound kept cutting out, pretty much like my TV recorder. So I ended up making this film mostly of pictures, and it ended up being just, well, that long, 26 minutes and 43 seconds. But then there's more holidays. I mean, there's like Scotland 2009, where me and Jo went. It was the first time I climbed up Ben Nevis, and that's a 2 hour 9 minute film. And then me, Jo and Pete went to Europe. This was before I was vlogging, making any videos on YouTube, and again that was, well, 2 hours 8 minutes altogether. And then this one, when we went up to the Arctic Circle, I was actually vlogging at that time, and that one's 2.5 hours long. But yeah, I did vlog this one and made a few Smegchris episodes while we were there. This one I'm super proud of, I absolutely adore. My first trip to Los Angeles, well, California. The only thing I regret is not putting on here 2012, but it was 2 hours 36 minutes long, and I think it's a perfect film. I love it to death. And then we've got a few others. Snowdon 2014, that's only 43 minutes long. So by that time I'd learned not to over film. My next American adventure film, Florida 2014, that was 2 hours 22 minutes. This one I like a lot. Edinburgh 2015, that was only 40 minutes long. Lake District 2015, which is 57 minutes long. Disneyland Paris 2016, that was 55 minutes. And then I went to Scotland again with Jo and Pete and Archie, and of course Harley at this point. That was 1 hour and 14 minutes. Let's quickly sneak through these two. New Forest 2017 and South Wales 2018, and they are 55 minutes, and that one's 1 hour and 7. And of course the latest one, apart from the Scotland one that I'm about to do, The Last American Adventure, when I went to LA, and that was also 2 hours 36 minutes, same as the first one. There's other videos as well. I've got what I call Places to Visit, that's volume 1, there's 5 episodes on that one, and there's 5 on the second one as well. I need to do more of them. I've only done one other which is not on DVD. That was 3 years ago. And the next ones, I don't really need to go through, but Smeg Chris, the main channel videos, they're all on one disc, and there's so far on the shelf 22 volumes, but I've actually got 24. I've yet to put them in. And then there's this channel, my vlogs, Smeg Chris Extra. That's the first one, and there's a lot of them. Let's see, that says apparently up to 47, but I'm currently making 51. That's how many there is. A lot of vlogs. So there you go. Now I've shown you my DVDs that I've made. My homemade DVDs. I'm gonna get on with this now and stop blithering on. It's taken about 2 hours, but here comes my cover. It's taking its time because it's doing the best quality it can do. Oh, look at that. Ooh. That looks beautiful. Look at that. Oh, I'm really happy with that. Just got to do the disc cover now. That should be easy enough. Just choose a picture, stick it on the disc and print. The reason it's taken me so long is because the mouse that I used to have on this PC, I binned because it kept disconnecting and I had to pull it out, put it back in to reconnect, and it was just doing it all the time. And so I've been using a different mouse. That didn't want to know, it was all over the place, so I tried another mouse, and again that was doing the same, so I've had to use the one that I use on my laptop, and I've had to slow down the settings because it was just all over the place. Oh yeah, there was something, as I was telling you guys about my Bar Wars films, what I didn't say was that the second, what I call the second series, episodes 7 through to 12, took me about 2 years to complete all of them. Mainly because I wasn't really rushing them. But on the last film, episode 12, I was using Windows Movie Maker, and so I'd filmed the whole thing and put it all on my computer, and I'd edited it through, but I could only put one sound in. Basically I could only put music in because Windows Movie Maker doesn't have different layers. So I'd done all the music, so then I had to render it, and then I was putting the sound effects in over the top of the music, and about halfway through, my computer, this one, got a virus, wiped its entire memory, like everything, so I had to start all over again, and unfortunately I hadn't saved the original edit with the music, so I had to start all of that editing process from scratch, and I just couldn't face it, so I took my time doing it. That's why it took so long to do that last episode. I think it was about 6 months to get that one done. Yeah, I don't know. Blimey, it's 4:30. No wonder my stomach's grumbling. I'm very hungry. I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to finish this disc off and have some food and watch a movie. I'm going to watch the latest Underworld film. All that's left for me to say now is thank you for watching and subscribing if you have, and liking this video if you did. Until the next time, peace out. Talking of watching films, yesterday I watched something that I'd recorded off the TV about 5 years ago, and I totally do not recommend ever watching it. Sharknado 3. Those movies are terrible. Don't ever watch them.